The life-saving skills learned in CPR training need to be activated with a moment's notice. Quick action from bystanders has saved the lives of thousands of cardiac arrest victims. After notifying the proper emergency medical services, the rescuer must artificially maintain many of the functions of the victim's heart and lungs until professionals arrive and can apply medical treatment. Based on years of clinical and classroom experience, the American Heart Association has established standards and teaching guidelines that identify single therapeutic procedures for teaching CPR skills. Proper hand placement, compression depth, rate of compressions, volume of ventilations, and duration of ventilations are the essential skills needed for successful CPR. For the CPR student, technique is acquired through practice. Practice using the most true-to-life simulation. For years, instructors have looked to Lifeform as the manufacturer of choice for quality teaching aids with ultimate realism. Whether your teaching program requires a full mannequin or a torso, Lifeform offers a full family of CPARLENE teaching simulators, starting with the economical basic torso and extending to a recording mannequin with printer. Let's begin with the basics, the CPARLENE Basic Torso. This torso offers all of the Lifeform realism, yet is packaged economically for the budget-conscious program. CPARLENE's appearance and function are designed to be extremely lifelike. The realism of the mouth, nose, eyes, and other facial features help prepare students for someday performing CPR on a real person. One of CPARLENE's eyes has a constricted pupil, while the other pupil is dilated. The jaw, neck, and head are fully articulated and function anatomically, just like a real victim. In order to ventilate the lungs, the head, jaw, and neck must be in the proper position to open the airway. For added convenience, CPARLENE's chest skin is double-stitched with Velcro to provide easy access to the inside of the torso. This also eliminates torn or ripped chest skins. The Lifeform molding process allows landmarks to be easily palpated. The soft diaphragm allows for abdominal thrust instruction while teaching the obstructed airway procedure. A 4-point spring suspension gives the chest a smoother, more realistic feeling during compressions and eliminates binding. No moving parts in the torso means low maintenance and replacement costs, and almost eliminates the need for maintaining a costly parts inventory. All CPARLENE mannequins are available with disposable features or a permanent airway system. The sanitary head features individual student face masks with a one-way non-rebreathing system. The disposable trachea detaches easily from the lower airway and removes in seconds. The soft, pliable student face mask is packaged sterile and can be sanitized for reuse or disposed of at the end of the class session. The sanitary head maximizes convenience and student safety. The original head maximizes realism and minimizes maintenance costs by using a permanent upper airway system in the head. The permanent upper airway system is available for CPARLENE by requesting the original head. This economical head is designed to perform for years of service when properly maintained. A disposable lower airway can be used with CPARLENE to make post-training cleaning easier. Using the disposable lower airway requires no modification of CPARLENE. Simply detach the permanent lower airway from the bottom of the compression plate and from the head and torso. Place the lung bag in the proper position on the compression plate and secure the tubing with the adapter. The ends of the airway are then attached to the head and torso. This same disposable lower airway can be used with the sanitary head or the original head, and with all CPARLENE torsos and mannequins. The teaching of child CPR and obstructed airway techniques are a necessity of complete basic life support instruction. Inquisitive children move quickly, sometimes placing their very life in jeopardy. In a matter of seconds, a child's airway can become obstructed. Child CPR instruction used to mean extra mannequins to transport, clean, and buy. That is until the introduction of CPARLENE. By simply inserting low-tension red springs, CPARLENE can simulate the chest resistance of a 6 to 8-year-old child. Different combinations of red and black springs can be used to simulate varying degrees of compression resistance. Now, with 2 mannequins in one, there is less chance of cross-contamination, since students will be working with 1 mannequin. Because CPR is a physical activity, it is best learned by practicing manual skills. Today, in sophisticated sports training programs, many athletic skills are perfected by direct performance monitoring that includes instantaneous feedback. The athlete is able to adjust his technique to fine-tune his performance and improve on his technical skills. Medical rehabilitation programs use similar techniques to achieve maximum results. The CPARLENE electronic system allows the student or instructor to monitor all 5 of the critical CPR skills and provides instantaneous feedback on how the student is performing. This electronic feedback allows the student to make adjustments in technique until he is within the desired range for hand placement, compression depth, compression rate, ventilation volume, and ventilation duration. More of the student's practice time is spent learning and practicing good CPR techniques and habits. CPARLENE's electronic monitor will report on the trainee's performance while CPR is being performed on the mannequin, so adjustments can be made in technique until proper skills are perfected. Each of the 5 critical skills can be practiced separately or in normal CPR sequence. The CPARLENE family of electronics includes 3 interchangeable electronic components: a 3-color light controller, a monitor and memory unit, and a monitor and memory unit with a printer. For even greater versatility, all 3 of the electronic options have child CPR capabilities built right in. By making a simple conversion, child CPR can be practiced on the same mannequin and a recorded printout of child CPR can be run. Recorded child tapes provide a whole new way to teach child CPR skills. CPARLENE is the only recording child mannequin available to you. Each member of the CPARLENE electronic family is available separately or in different combinations with torsos and full mannequins. This means that the printer can be used with the torso, or a full mannequin can be used with the light controller. There are many other possible combinations. Just under CPARLENE's chest skin are sensors that detect proper hand placement for CPR compressions. The other sensing devices inside CPARLENE will measure the duration of each ventilated breath and calculate the volume of each ventilation, as well as measure the depth of each compression and the rate of compressions per minute. When using the light controller with either the mannequin or torso, the green light will signal proper ventilation volume, the yellow light will signal proper compression depth, and the red light will signal improper hand placement during compressions. With CPARLENE in the child mode, the levels at which the lights operate will automatically change to reflect the levels established in the American Heart Association Standards and Guidelines for Child CPR. When training needs require exact measurement for feedback or evaluation, the CPARLENE monitor and memory unit provides an even more detailed look at the performance of the trainee. When compressions are applied to CPARLENE, the monitoring and memory unit will indicate improper hand placement by the red light coming on. At the same time, the trainee's rate of compression is displayed on the digital screen. This figure is in terms of compressions per minute and is a running average of the last 5 compressions performed. As the trainee varies the compression rate, the average will change to show the current rate of compressions per minute. As each compression is applied, the yellow indicator light will come on when proper depth is achieved. The yellow light will turn back off if the compressions are too deep. To provide more intensive training on proper compression depth, the electronic monitor can be changed to display in the depth mode. While each compression is administered, the red hand placement light continues to monitor improper hand placement. The yellow compression light continues to indicate proper compression depth, and the display will show the exact depth in inches of each compression as it is applied. Again, with the flip of a switch, these levels can be adapted to child CPR standards. Now, as the trainee begins ventilations, the memory unit automatically changes to the ventilation mode by displaying the duration of each ventilation as measured in seconds. The ventilation duration should be monitored to avoid gastric distension. The green ventilation light will continue to come on when the proper volume of air is ventilated into the lungs. Ventilation time of each ventilation is displayed instantly. To measure the exact number of cubic centimeters ventilated into the lungs, press the volume mode indicator on the electronic monitor. The student and instructor can isolate areas for improvement. Practice and more practice with accurate feedback will guide students into acceptable levels. For an overall evaluation, a performance test can be run using the electronic monitor by simply pressing start and beginning the CPR sequence. Each compression and ventilation is displayed separately, one at a time, on the digital display screen. Press stop to end the testing sequence. Each of the performance modes is automatically averaged for all of the cycles completed. When scanning through the different modes, you can determine the overall compression rate per minute, compression depth in inches, ventilation duration in seconds, and ventilation volume in cubic centimeters. When training requires a hard copy printout of tested levels, look to the CPARLENE printer unit for a test strip that plots waveforms and calculates total performance. The average rate and depth of compressions is included on the tape, as well as a listing of the number of good compressions, compressions that were too high, and compressions that were too low, plus the number of compressions made using improper hand placement. The printout analysis also includes the average duration for each ventilation, as well as the overall average in ventilation volume. Again, as with compressions, the total number of ventilations that were good, too high, or too low are indicated. The objective analysis of the waveforms eliminates counting peaks and estimating rates on a graph. Your results are printed in a simple and straightforward manner. When a printed tape is run with CPARLENE in the child mode, all of the performance levels are adjusted to those standards that apply to child CPR. All three of the different electronic monitors have the adult-child conversion switch that changes the performance levels of the indicator lights. So indeed, CPARLENE is a recording child mannequin and a recording adult mannequin, all in one. The full CPARLENE family of electronics are offered in combinations with torsos and full mannequins equipped with electronic connections. Students can train on the same mannequin while electronic components can be rotated from training station to training station. Since students need not rotate, there is less risk of cross-contamination. And with two mannequins in one, adult-child capabilities of CPARLENE require fewer mannequins to maintain and clean. Lifeform offers a full range of CPR trainers, from the economical basic torso to electronically equipped models with lightbox, monitor, and printer options. Even the basic torso can later be upgraded with electronics should training requirements change. All models are available with the sanitary head, which features disposable components, or with the economical original head. The prices for the different versions of CPARLENE are surprisingly low, and savings grow over the years due to interchangeability of components and the small number of replacement parts. Check with Nasco or your Lifeform dealer regarding the availability of molded hair and supplementary advanced teaching aids designed to accompany the CPARLENE family of products. From economy to advanced technology, CPARLENE is becoming the preferred system for teaching and learning CPR.